we are back. We've had a visual artist on here today. We've had Jeffrey and Mindy who do all kinds of stuff, beautiful photography, mindfulness, meditation, wellness, and mental health. And we're finishing off our roster today with the amazing Jed Fisher. He's a bluegrass musician and songwriter and all kinds of things. I think you wear many hats within the music industry as well. And you're our very first musician on the social universe. So welcome.
Wow, thanks. Awesome.
Yeah, we're
Good to
super
be here.
excited to have you. And we're gonna get our first live performance here on the social universe, which is very exciting to me. So, I mean, before we get to that, I mean, just talk to me a little bit about what it is that you do. I've actually shown some of your videos on the show because I really love the way that you use the platform. So I love that you perform, you post those videos, you actually get a lot of behind the scenes type content from people that are recording, their instruments in the studio for your album and things like that. So tell us a little bit more about what you do in the music industry.
Well, I'm a singer, songwriter, and guitar player primarily. I play under the name Tennessee Jed Fisher
Woohoo!
because I was born in Tennessee, and there was actually an old radio show from the 1940s called Tennessee Jed that I kind of took my first logo from and things like that, and also a Grateful Dead song that was pretty popular by that same name. But yeah, I play my own kind of weird hybrid of styles that it's pretty bluegrass influence. That's one of the major influences, but being a singer songwriter, I pretty much handle everything myself. I'm my own manager, booking agent, publicist, all those kinds of things. And but I like to spend most of my time writing and performing. So
And that's how has everything kind of been impacted by our current situation? Are you just doing a lot more of your work from home right now and kind of making the content?
well, basically, yeah, I kind of am using it as an opportunity to, well, I just wrote and recorded and just released this single during this whole time.
Congratulations!
You, but yeah, obviously, live performance has been really heavily impacted. So I'm spending a lot of time at home. Um, but that also gives me a chance to take a lot of pictures, which is something I like to do. And really, how I first kind of got into Sue was by posting my amateur photography and stuff. So I like to do that as well. But yeah, by trade, I'm a singer songwriter and stuff.
I
So
love that. I mean, I think it's a good reminder because, like, I'm an artist as well, and I think, a lot of us, we have our niche or the thing that we do primarily, but like that art comes out and spills out in other ways as well. So I love that your secondary, we'll call it, niche is photography.
uh,
So tell me a little bit about this single that has been like your quarantine baby. Like what's it about? What was it inspired by? Or is that what you're going to perform for us?
well, I was going to do that, but I can tell you a little bit about it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I've spent a lot of time at home, and I live up on a mountain in Western North Carolina, where there's not a whole lot to do anyway if I'm not out on the road. And I was just thinking about how, just how crazy and messed up our whole world has gotten. And I try to stay fairly apolitical or at least
Mhm.
politically neutral with my music because I
Yeah.
want, everybody to kind of be able to identify with it. And I was just, this idea came into my head about how, because of like the news and because of certain social media and stuff, people are getting sort of caught and trapped in their little bubble, and no matter what you believe in or whatever, everybody's just always so hyper sensationalized and stuff. Everything is always like big headlines. The world is ending, you know. And so it just really reminded me of the fable, "The Boy Who Cried Wolf." In
Yes.
which case, every time he cries wolf, eventually the shepherd is numb to the call, and then everybody knows what happens to the sheep and the boy in the end. It's not good. Um,
Spoiler alert. It's not good.
yeah, it's not good. So, and I really I wanted to put a message out there that was sort of relevant to everything that's going on in the world. But at the same time, like I was saying, I left it up to the listener to kind of decide what the real wolf is. You know, could it be COVID? It could be a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the thing about it is, you know, you can't allow yourself to become completely numb to everything if you expect to be able to deal with the real wolf when it arrives, you know?
I love that. I love it. And I do like that you left it up to interpretation because, I mean, that's something that I deal with as an artist myself when I'm making video content. Like, I don't want to isolate people and, you know, everyone's entitled to their beliefs, even if they're the wrong ones. But
Exactly,
I
exactly.
will make that determination for you. You can educate yourself and decide what you want to believe. And I'd rather use my art as a means to connect and tell stories and relate a perspective or whatever,
Right.
make you feel things. So,
Absolutely. And I feel like there's plenty of blame to go around for everybody, but the whole point is the blame, like, it doesn't really matter in the end. Like, are we going to be able to, you know, safely navigate this situation or not, you know?
yeah.
And so,
Well, this is a lot of great insight into the piece. So I think it's time. I think it's time to actually hear it.
okay, well, I'll play you my stripped down version of it. You know, I'm just one guy with a guitar here. On the recording, there's, you know, banjo and fiddle and dobro, and, you know, it's a full band, bluegrass band arrangement on it. And I got a
So
lot of really,
cool.
really good pickers and stuff on there. But you're just going to hear my sort of shortened version here. So this is The World That Cried Wolf. No matter which channel that you choose, it's always heads they win and tails we lose. The sounding of the clarion call on every evening news, until our hearts grow numb to the abuse. Was a world that cried wolf, could the wolf at their door, always preaching the end, never wanting it more. Now the wolf's closing in on a house made of straw. When the world cried out wolf, no one heeded the call. Fear and anger shoving us around, an old refrain that's running to the ground. With liars and cheats at every turn, the truth just can't be found. They scream so loud our ears can't hear the sound. Was a world that cried wolf, with no wolf at their door, always raising the bar, ever up in the score. Now the roof's caving in on a house made of straw. When the world cried out wolf, no one heeded the call. But wolves are always hungry for the sheep. The shepherd worth his salt can never sleep. A cry for help with no one there, the predator will creep and bide his time until we're in too deep. It was a world that cried wolf, now the wolf's at their door. Every new danger seen, ever worse than before. Now the door's blowing in on a house of strong. When the world cried out, wolf, no one heeded the call. Thank you.
That's awesome. You're super talented. I mean, I kind of knew that from the page, but like, you know, doing like a live performance over Zoom is a whole other thing.
Right.
So that was great. Thank you so much for doing that. That was.
No,
How do you
giving me the
feel?
platform to do it, you know?
Yeah, that was so cool. I really like this song. You have a great voice. I have always been envious of people who can play the guitar. So yeah, I mean, that's so cool. I mean, that's the way to use this current situation that we're all in. Like, guys, come out with some creative, put it into your art, right? I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's what artists are for, is to kind of like, I feel like, interpret the times around them in a lot of cases and give people maybe a different even perspective than the one that they're already sort of experiencing. So yeah, I felt like that was kind of my message. It just kind of came to me all at once, you know.
Yeah. So when you
like
have like a moment where you think of, you know, this is what you wanted to write about, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, do you write the lyric? Are you more of a lyrics first person and then the notes, or how does that work for you?
It can actually go either way. I usually don't even finish the song unless I have at least one good vocal lyric hook. And I need to have a good guitar part to go with it too. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
with this particular song though, I started out kind of with the whole chorus kind of popped into my head when I was sitting there thinking about it, including the melody and all that. And so then at that point, it was a matter of pulling the guitar out and figuring out the chords that fit with the melody that I'd come up with. And so then I had a chorus, and then it was like, okay, well, now how do I flesh out this whole metaphor here so it all makes sense and say everything I want to say? And so then I kind of take it verse by verse at that point.
Yeah. I mean, how long does that take you? Like, I mean, obviously it varies from song to song. So like, let's talk this song in particular. So you had the idea, and then how long did it take you from coming up with that idea to then like bringing it to, you know, the full instrumentation and the final product that then we get to see?
This was kind of a little bit of a rushed job, honestly, because I wanted to make sure to get it out there while it was still like a relevant and kind of a fresh message and stuff. So, but really, honestly, when I'm writing, I'm sort of just channeling it, and I'm not really good at forcing things. So, but with this one, I had the whole chorus, like as far as the melody and the lyrics, like I immediately had, and so I pulled out my phone and just recorded that, just singing it with no guitar or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went in and immediately figured out the chords for the chorus and started thinking about what I wanted to do with the verses and stuff. And the verses all kind of came pretty quickly too, after that. But then it was also a matter of, okay, well, I know a bunch of really great musicians and stuff, and I have access to a studio in Nashville with my buddy Scott Vestal, who's one of the greatest banjo players in the whole world, and he knows tons of musicians in Nashville. So I just knew that immediately if I gave Scott a call and booked a day to go in and record this song, that kind of the personnel would fall together. But then my wife also knows a lot of people in the bluegrass world, even that I don't know from her previous marriage and stuff. And so anyway, she kind of helped me also, you know, send out some messages to a few people that we knew and just that we knew lived in Nashville and were great musicians and stuff.
Yeah.
And so very quickly we got the lineup together. And then I realized that, okay, I have 5 great pickers on this thing who all deserve to be featured in some fashion. But then I'm like, okay, well, if I give everybody a solo break, the thing is going to be 8 minutes long and it'll never get played on the radio. So I managed to edit it all down to where everybody got a short solo but it still came in at just under 5 minutes, which is still kind of long for radio.
You have talented people that you had to get on there and you did it.
That's right. And in the bluegrass world, it's just as much about the picking as it is the singing and the songwriting, I think. So
that's awesome. Well, congratulations on getting it done. And it's really great. You have a lot to be proud of. So I want to take a look at more of what's on your feed now that we've gotten through like what's going on in your life and the live performance. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with Jed's feed.
Sounds
Hey everyone, we are back with Jed Fisher. You can find him here on Sue at TN Jed Fisher, Tennessee Jed Fisher. And yeah, he just gave us a nice live performance of The World That Cried Wolf, his newest song, which was amazing. So you're gonna have to, if you missed it, you're gonna have to check it out in either a little clipped segment of his performance or some sort of rerun, but you definitely missed out, so you're gonna have to check it out. But I want to, this is also about Sue, and so I want to talk a little and show a little bit of, what Jed has been up to on the platform, because like he mentioned earlier, he dabbles a bit in photography. That's sort of his second art per se. So let's just like scroll through. Anything that you want to stop on, you let me know. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, well, just like this picture here, my wife and I just spent a week down at the beach in Fort Lauderdale. And we made it a point to only go places where there was hardly any people there, and my buddy put us up. But I kind of try to look for the beautiful things around me all the time. It helps when you travel a lot, and I do. So I've always got my phone camera with me, but we've got a decent Nikon too that I use sometimes. But anyway, yeah, so I try to find the little beautiful things around me all the time. So even if I'm just at home, I go out in the front yard and take pictures of bugs and flowers and stuff.
There's everywhere.
There really is. But if you want to keep scrolling through, this is just from my last trip here. We made a little stop there at Butterfly World. Yeah,
flowers from Butterfly World.
I am guilty of being one of those flower people. I take a lot of flowers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is my wife here. This is from when we were on our honeymoon.
Hi, wife.
Yeah, her name is Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
She just saw the chair where Wild Bill Hickok was murdered. We were in Deadwood in South Dakota.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was one of the pictures from our recent trip there. Okay. We went and saw some of Jaco Pastorius stuff. He was a great bass player.
That's awesome.
Some of my better stuff, is probably posted. I've gotten now to where I've used up a lot of probably my best older photos. Yeah, but there was a picture of my buddy Petey there. And then, I try to take a lot of pictures of wildlife.
Is Petey your cat?
Yeah, I have Timmy and Petey. And then we've got Alexander and Django are our dogs. So.
Oh, you got a full house over there.
Yeah, we do.
That's very cool. This art right here. I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I brought on my cat to introduce the show today. So she made a quick appearance as my co-host. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I didn't catch it. I was trying to get everything set up over here, so I missed it.
fine. I'm not insulted. Don't even. Um,
Yeah,
I'm a cat lover too, so I definitely took note of your kitty as I was.
right. Yeah, they're both very cute. They like to get in the cuddle puddle together and stuff. So I there's a never ending source of pictures with them.
You're
Um,
an inspiration. Look at all your posts. My gosh,
yeah,
like bravo. This is how we should be using the platform. I mean, it's a good reminder that like we said, like there's content everywhere. You know, you just got to bring your phone along with you. At the way technology is these days, these phones
uh,
are taking great pictures.
I'm super excited too about my iPhone 11 camera. I think it takes really great pictures, and I've really just started playing around with the creative editing and stuff too.
What are you using?
I use Afterlight on
Okay.
my phone and
I
do
have
pretty much all my editing on the phone.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm?
gonna have to. I've been getting recommendations from everyone on here, so I'm gonna have to check out a couple. I heard Snapseed was good, so I'm gonna have to check that out. But
Well, like I said, I'm still really new to the whole photo editing thing. I've been taking pictures everywhere I went for years and years, but I'm just now kind of going back through my old catalog of photos. Little ladybugs going at it.
I have a funny ladybug story. When I was growing up, there was a ladybug infestation in my bedroom, my childhood bedroom.
Oh wow.
They would ding. They would fly around and just ding into the lights of my like bedroom. And there's like within the ceiling fan, and so I couldn't fall asleep at night because I would just hear.
Constant. Yeah. Wow.
But I love them like that, and that's a bug that I didn't mind having in my home.
It's funny because on one of my posts, I asked the question as part of my headline, like, "What's your favorite bug?" Mine's the praying mantis, and then
Oh,
gave a
I
picture of the
love
praying mantis.
this.
But then with the caveat too, that I'm not really a big fan of bugs.
Very
That's
good.
Alexander there, our dog. Uh,
Very.
but I like ladybugs and I like praying mantises, and that's about it as far as bugs. I'll take pictures of them.
I want to play one of these. So I played your behind the scenes stuff, like I said, on our Music Monday. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. One of my first shows. I did
Oh, okay.
Music Monday. There's your babies. We'll take a
Yeah,
quick.
there's Timmy and Petey together.
So sweet. But
Um,
I want to show the people watching, just in case they didn't catch that, because I really love the idea that, like, yeah, you can do, a nice finished video, or you can perform, a straight, video of to and put that on Sue. But I thought it was really cool that you posted sort of like what went into like more of the behind the scenes type stuff, like what they were doing in the studio.
sure,
Um,
yeah. If you keep scrolling down, there's a couple of more little clips
yep.
where obviously if I'm performing and singing, doing the recording myself, I can only get limited video, and I didn't have anybody on hand to help me do it, but I was able to catch a couple of the soloists as they were doing their. Yeah, here's one right here. Yeah, this is Deanie Richardson here. She's a great fiddle player. Plays in a band called Sister Sadie, which is an all-female bluegrass group. I don't know if I'm not able to hear her at all. I don't know if.
Oh no?
Okay, I can. Kind of fading in and out. I don't know. Might be Zoom.
We love Zoom and we hate Zoom.
All right. Yeah. But anyway, Deanie there is she's Grammy nominated. Her group Sister Sadie is an all-female bluegrass group that's up for a bunch of awards this year for the International Bluegrass Music Association. So
I know that you had one of your nephew as well.
no, it's my stepson. You've already scrolled past that one though.
I did. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You can either scroll back
I mean, like, great. I mean, you said you were an amateur photographer, but I'm just seeing even like some of these amazing captures here of this wildlife. Like, this is pretty awesome. I don't see these around the city, that's for sure.
Right. Well, like I was saying, I'm pretty fortunate to travel a lot, and I feel like with the modern technology that people have in their phones and stuff, you don't really have to have high tech gear or anything like that. As long as you've got a good eye and steady hands, and you go out and you look for the beautiful things around you, then that's really all it takes to be at least a decent photographer.
Yeah. I mean, it's great because it serves as an inspiration for anyone who's like, I don't have the stuff I need, or what do I photograph? So you all can do it because Jed's doing it. Jed, is there anything else that you want to say to the Sue family, or that we didn't touch on before I let you go and we sign off?
Just please go to my website. It's TN, the abbreviation for Tennessee, tnjedfisher.com. And come follow me on the other social media and stuff, even though Sue is best, obviously. And
they're all linked, right here in his profile. So if you want to find Jed, he's at TN Jed Fisher here on Sue. And then if you clicked at the about section, like I have here, you can see at the bottom his website and all his other social media platforms that he's utilizing. So definitely take a look and follow along in his musical journey. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and performing for us today. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I'd like to say, of course, yeah. Thank you for having me on. And I'd also like to say, please feel free to reach out and message me on the platform, friend request me. I love meeting new people from all over the world. And if you're interested in purchasing any of my music or any of my merchandise or stuff, just shoot me a message and we'll make it happen.
Thank you, Jed. And thank you guys so much for watching. You've been a great audience. I don't know. I assume you've been a great audience.
I can hear the applause.
I can hear it now. And we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. It's Freaky Friday. We'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye, everybody.